I am excited for my next market. I want to sew my tag as close to the salvage line as possible. But normally if you have an order, you put the order in, you put the products in here. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I was able to get these tubes in yesterday, but for some reason I only have one of the Blue Daisy. I am obsessed with this fabric, as I've mentioned in previous videos, so I definitely want to get these two done. I have about 3 of all the other colors as well, so that'll get me caught up, and then I'll have these for the store. I have 3 of the main colors, and I thought I had some more of the thin or like teen size of the headband. I don't know what I did with the fabric or where it is. Kind of have to dig through the mess, but I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna sew up these panels, flip them out, and then I'll show you guys how I do the closure. So this is my tube. Once I take it off of the sewing machine, I'm just gonna flip it inside out as I did with the others. Originally, I wanted my seam to kind of be in the middle so that you wouldn't be able to see it at all. But I did realize with the tester that I was wearing that I did after the live, I basically lived in it for the past 3 days. I noticed that you could kind of see the seam line on my forehead. One, it was a little bit tighter than expected for my head. So I know I needed to make these bigger, which I did, but I still didn't like the way you could kind of see the seam on the other side. So I will be kind of having the seam on the bottom portion. And again, with similar to my my knitted headbands, I want the front to be the same for all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay that down, lay all of them down with the seam down, so that I can go ahead and have it all have the same knot. And then I'll just clip it with some, I'll hold it in place with some clips, and then sew all of them at once. And then these are this is similar to the ones that I made during the live. And again, you can see the seam is on the on the bottom, not in the middle, in the back. I think these have it. Yeah, the seam is here, and I put my tag. And then with the seam being on the bottom, I don't want to put the tag because I don't want it to be visible. Ideally, I would like to have everything branded, but there are just some things you can't brand, and I'd rather it look better than just have my brand on it to have my brand on it. And like I mentioned before, I also have 3 of all of these. So I have about 9 now. I would have liked to have an even number so that I can have stock here and then stock at my markets. But I do have more fabric that I bought, more jersey fabric that I bought where I got my silk from online, like a fabric wholesaler. So it was more or less the same price. Like, it's more inexpensive or less expensive, you know what I'm trying to say, than it would have been if I got them at Joann's. I tried to stay under $5 a yard. Some things were under 10. And then if I did get anything from Joann's when I went, they were like it was remnants, so that's why I also have less fabric as well. It was either remnants or on sale. With me making both scrunchies and headbands, I realized I didn't have that much fabric as well, but I still feel like I should have more of the thinner headbands. I have started to kind of package them. I'm not doing too much on the branding end. I don't have size tags like I did for my knitted headbands, just because these are adjustable, so I'm not going to put sizing on there. I technically could put adjustable or grow with me headbands like you guys suggested, but I think I'm going to leave it plain. And then these are the thinner headbands as well. This is what they look like. But on the paper itself, all I'm doing is basically putting like a sticker on here basically with my logo and my QR code, just because you guys know I've already like started rebranding for the most part. but my like knitted stuff hasn't been kind of transitioned over, so I do want to have like all the new stuff to kind of transition over. I may still put like a price tag on the outside, just because I do have like the store here, and that way if my signs are a little bit convoluted for markets, they can still see the price per item. So like, let's say if I do a headband for like 15 or 20, but then I have like a mommy and me sale, you know, that'll be the individual price. And then normally at markets I'll tend to do like a buy one get one half off, or you know, like, you know, buy two save $5, something like that. That's basically what my deal is now on the knitted ones, but the sign looks a little bit convoluted. I might just end up writing that on there. Never thought of that. Yeah, once I get all of these nice and set up, I'm just gonna run them all through, and I'm gonna have 12 technically, because I have 3 of these 3 colors, and then I have 3 of the green, so that's 12 altogether. I'm okay with not having a lot of the thinner ones. I'll see what's more so in demand, but I am excited for my next market. It's gonna be at an adult arcade here in town. I'm actually heading there tonight with some of my friends for an air hockey tournament. I've been there like many of times, just not for the tournament, but I may or may not be participating in tonight's tournament. So I'm gonna try and like tell people like, hey, you know, this Saturday, come back, pull up and support your girl, you know? One thing I do love about these fabrics too, none of them are directional, so I don't have to worry about any of that really when it comes to this too. I don't think any of my fabrics are directional. I also have this nice pink and black. These I think I'm just gonna make the headbands with. I'm not going to do any of the scrunchies. I thought this would have been like a lighter pink, but it's more like of a muted like blush or mauve-y color. I think this will do really well with the headbands. So I'm only gonna do solely headbands with this and the solid black that came in as well, because it is a jersey knit. I also redecorated the room last night. I finished a lot of the scrunchies. That's what I started recording yesterday, but wasn't able to finish. But I didn't record me fixing the room just because there was an event going on. But I may do like a pan over to show you guys. This is one of the last few scrunchies that I have left to complete. The only reason why I didn't do it was because I have my cream or neutral color thread in, and I want to do this with black. So I kind of held these off to the side. And I also have these, this was the last bit of satin, like satin colors that I purchased when I purchased the jersey fabric. I just didn't have them, and I wanted the brown before and it was sold out because I want to do like hair colors. And then I got this nice yellow and peach just because I didn't really have anything orange, and I wanted another yellow option. Mind you, I have like 6 blues. Can you tell that's my favorite color? Okay. I'm going to finish these headbands and then sew up the tubes for these scrunchies, and then I'll switch colors. But I also want to show you the new method that I was referring to with me adding my tags in initially instead of waiting till the end to add in the tags. Now let me show you guys the headbands. I just kind of took off a little bit of the extra on the side because it's not really needed, and I don't want there to be too much like pressure or annoyance on the knot on your forehead. Yeah, and then now the seam is on the bottom and it's not bothering anyone, and even when it's stretched you don't see any seam here. Okay, and I did do the zigzag stitch so it still has stretch. 12 headbands already done. I'm going to work up these scrunchies. I'm probably gonna do, let's see how many I have cut here. I have 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do 3 because that'll give me 6. So I'm gonna have 3 and 3 for in-store and at markets. And I'll just restock as I need. I also recently I got my first scrunchie online order this weekend. 1, 2, 3. So I'm really happy about that. Not all of my scrunchies are available online, honestly. I think I just posted up some of my like Valentine's Day ones, and that was it. So I feel like I need to do better and kind of set time aside to do that as well. 2, 3. Yeah. I need to set time aside to do that. I'm happy with my YouTube scheduling. I definitely have a video once a week. I have enough content. I'm just trying to get caught up. So hopefully you guys aren't watching this video like mid-July. So this is what I was telling you guys in regards to how I want to do it. Before, I have just been, you know, closing my tube and zipping along. No. What I have started recently doing was tugging in either side, because again, my scrunchies are half of width of fabric. So either end also has like the salvage ends. So I can't really use it. So I've been tucking them in as my like tucked in piece, and then just pushing in the opened or the raw part into this. But I've also figured I can just add my tag in the same instance as I'm doing this. It'll be easier, it'll simplify things for me, and it's gonna be less cumbersome for me to sew up my closing at the end. I just have to worry about getting both sides closed and not having to worry about that while putting in my tag and making sure that my tag is even. I can do all of that right now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, okay, let me figure out how it's going to be so I know how I need to do it. Okay, this is gonna be tucked in, and then my tag should be here poking out. So it needs to be, this is getting folded in, and then my tag needs to be visible like this. So I need to fold it like this. Does that make sense? That makes sense. It makes sense to me. That's all that matters. And then I'm just gonna test it out. Again, I'm folding my flap down. That's nice. And then I'm turning this way. Yeah, so I'm good. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And again, I made my own tags. There should be a video coming out soon, if it hasn't already, with me showing you guys how I make my tags, my brand tags. This is how my tag looks now. I'm not sure if you guys can already see that or not. Now I have my tag here ready to get flipped. Same thing here. I'm just gonna do this one entirely so you guys can kind of see my trusty flip stick that I made myself. Same thing here, flipping this part down. Okay. My tag is here. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. There we go. And then this portion will get pushed into here when I add in the elastic. Okay, so this is what I was telling you guys. This is the good side. This is the bad side of the fabric. So generally, again, on the good side, I tuck it in and I fold over, right? My tag basically is gonna get sewn right here. So if I open this up, I want to sew my tag as close to the salvage line as possible. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. In the middle, of course, because then I'm connecting here. Okay, so I'm grabbing a tag, folding it over like so. Trying to make sure it's like even on both sides, because it definitely was not. Okay. Again, I'm facing it this way because when I fold it over, it's gonna go up. I did a couple back and forth, as you can see here. And again, when I flip this down and fold it in half, it's now perfectly covered. When I'm done with everything and I flip it inside out, it's going to be like this. And I love it because I don't have to worry about sewing this in along with closing up the seam. And I'm done. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, like I mentioned. So I already know it needs to be on the good side, with it being somewhere around here. And it doesn't have to be close to the name. It doesn't have to be, whoops. It does not have to be too close to the name. I can sew it further down, that's fine, because again, I am doing it more so closer to the salvage end, and when I flip it over, I might flip over down here or whatever's not. So I have a little wiggle room to play with. I just want to make sure that I get through both of the little flaps, through both openings. This gets flipped down and then flipped over like this, and then I'll start working on my tube. I'm flipping over my last end. And again, I'll just kind of walk you through it one last time. Excuse me. Almost broke my flip stick. Okay. Okay. Again, we have the tag here. We're flipping it in. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. This side is going to get tucked into here after I've added in my elastic. And like I said, all I have to do now is worry about sewing in the seam, the closed seam, and that's it. I don't have to worry about holding my tag in while I'm doing all of that. Okay. And of course that was upside down, so the seam is going to be on the inside. I like to line up the seams when I do have the elastic in, so that the seams are on the inside of the scrunchie, and then the outside is smooth where my tag is visible. There you have it, folks. So that's going to be my new process going forward. Okay, so I just finished elasticating, or excuse me, sewing up the elastic for these scrunchies. Half of these, like a quarter of these, excuse me, I was able to do last night. I have some footage of that I probably put in. And then these I had to finish today just because I ended up doing them yesterday as well. So the glue still was not dry. So I had to wait for the glue to dry so I can sew it through the machine. It's a lot easier than having to hold it. So I glue them first. And I was just about to start packaging these items up as well for my market. But I realized I only really have 4 patterns. I have a couple other jerseys that I have, jersey fabrics that I got recently that I have not cut. Now the headbands are a little bit faster to make, so once I get these packaged, I may work on some of these other fabrics as well. I do have 2 solids and then I think 3 more patterns that I got. So I want to give variety. So I think I'm gonna cut enough. I'm gonna cut probably 1 row for the adult headbands, the thin adult / teen headbands, and then the infant headband. I might just cut 1 row of each and have, I think 1 row gets me 3 of everything. I'm honestly kind of tired, but I don't want to stop. So I'm going to package this first and whatever else I have done that I need to finish packaging. But I know I don't have that much stock in general. So I want to make sure, I want to see what I have here and what I have extras of. I'd rather have more at the market because I'll probably only see them once rather than here. I know if someone likes something or I ran out, I can always tell them to come back, or they know to come back here. Okay, so this is kind of like a mini display. I'm contemplating possibly having it set up like this for the table, or even something like this. I would have liked to put it in the other pink container that matches this, but it's too wide this way, and then I don't want to put it in this way. So I do have this black container it's so cute, not within theme, but we got to work with what we got. These are all my adults, and this is all the stock that I have. I thought honestly I would have had more. I really don't. This is all the thins that I have, and then these are all of my babies. Maybe this will probably be on that corner just because the flow of people. I think I'm gonna want my big stand right here in this corner and maybe put that in that corner. And then I think I'm gonna have the standing rack that I have kind of like on the floor, so that I can have things a little bit lower with my regular scrunchies, and maybe some of the smaller kids might want some of those. Hey guys, we're now on to day 2. It's Friday. I ordered 2 things yesterday and made sure that I was able to get it same day because I needed them for today. I could not chance it coming later tonight or any other time. The first thing being a set of colored thread with the matching bobbins. I also got these. Now, what are these? These are what a lot of the girls in the business use to kind of like package their orders. And so generally what people do is, I don't know who started it. I'm late to the game per usual. But normally if you have an order, you put the order in, you put the products in here, or like if you have it started, maybe started, or whatever's not, you can kind of separate everything. I got a big pack of multicolored ones for maybe like $20, $17, and there's 30 in here, right? I have some stuff here that is I've started. So again, I have kids. These are thin, so I know they're kids, but the kids and the infant are very similar in size, right? The infant and the kids are the same exact size. So I need to be mindful of what I'm doing and the purpose to it, right? So I kind of want to label them so that when I'm cutting fabric, I can kind of put them on, like I can make the piles on top of the envelope and just put it in immediately so that I'm not flustered and confused and wasting time trying to figure out what goes where. These, before I closed them up, were almost identical to the other ones. I was so frustrated. So I'm happy I have this. I was going to bring Post-its from the office, but I forgot. I have these papers here. I might just write on this. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I have some of these that I kind of started cutting up. I might just cut them up a little bit more to have it smaller, right? And go ahead and just label everything, and that way I won't get it stuck or not be able to change it out. I was so focused into getting into work, I forgot to mention that this lovely shirt here that I'm wearing is from Coffee Power Homes. It's a merch shirt for Liz, so shout out to Liz. I've already basically started labeling everything. I only have a couple labeled. I have like about 6, 10. I have 10 labeled. I have this is going to be for XL scrunchie cuts. This one here, I have a couple cuts for my regular scrunchies. All I did, I have my handy dandy tape gun. I kind of just put some tape across the top and I cut up the sheets of paper like you saw and just wrote on there so I know what's in here, right? Then I have these in this little bin here as well. I organized these. The orange is my are my started projects. So I have teen, adult, and baby. So these are started. I'm going to keep working on the others and then I'll go back and finish these, okay? That's why baby is empty, because I have not started baby. I have baby cuts here. I had them in a little bin. I put them in here just to kind of show you guys. And then I have teen cut and adult cuts. So I actually have a couple extras left over that I didn't do just because I know I'm a little bit short on time and I didn't care to do them last night. So I have a few here and I have a couple extras here. I was thinking about using these for the babies, but honestly I can use it for babies or teens. And since I do have baby cuts to make, I just decided to put it in here for now just to kind of show you guys the method to my madness, okay? So I'm going to take out my baby cuts. We're going to slide them out and I will work on those. When I tell you I am tired, I am tired. So I first got on here at 6 o'clock after eating. It's close to, it's 12:31. It is officially my market day. I have all of the XLs in front of me. They've all been closed up. I need to very quickly and very efficiently cut all the seams. Not record me sewing them up just because I did not want to take all that extra time. It was going to be very repetitive. There was a lot of thread changes. Casey has been an amazing help with me sorting out the scrunchies. The XLs and the regular on the table behind me. I have the regular ones already done. Not done. The finished ones sorted so I can see what I'm taking with me. Of the regular scrunchies, I have all the XLs. She put the pegs on the board. I will basically be making my board setups tonight. I will show you how to prep your boards and have them ready to literally just show up, and that's it. Everything for me is going to be ready. I finished the new colors, so my little bin is nice and full. You can't really see them all that well just because, you know, the headbands are on the bottom. But I do plan, I have a couple extras. I plan to put maybe like a set, you know, one matching set on the table to kind of show people what's in the bins. These are the thin / teen ones. That's done. And I also have the baby ones as well, which are in front of me. I'm gonna have a little bin of backstock for the regular scrunchies and maybe some extra headbands, but that's all I'm taking with me. All I'm taking with me tomorrow are headbands and scrunchies. I have 3 size headbands and 2 size scrunchies. Your girl is tired. So again, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all these threads, and then next you guys will see me putting all the scrunchies on both of the boards. Y'all, when I tell you that I am tired, I am tired. It is now 1:24 in the morning. We're almost done. I just have to set everything up. Casey kind of helped me and started the prep for me. I'm just tightening the pegs so that I can add the scrunchies to it, and then I will be wrapping it up. a quick picture of this just so that I have it for future reference. Okay, and then do you mind passing me the saran wrap, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so now that my display is done, what I'm going to do is take this saran wrap and literally wrap the entire board so that when I get to the market tomorrow, all I have to do is cut a seam down here from the plastic wrap and my board is ready to go. Okay, maybe one more time just in case. Woo. And there she goes. So now I'm gonna flip it over and this is how it's gonna be in the car. Okay, mi jugo. Oh. I'm gonna try and get some of these pushed further in. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so we're almost done. This is Casey. You cannot see her head currently. Bend down so I can see you.
Hello.
We're working on the last rack right now. Everything is kind of just placed haphazardly. We're gonna try and do more or less the same thing as last time. I've lost my telefono. Here it is.
Pop holes into the saran wrap.
That's fine. We're throwing it out as soon as we're done with the market. Ooh, my back. Don't look down, Jazz. Don't look down. Oh, I'm dizzy.
How? You've been like 5 drops. You've only been like 2 times.
Bruh, the floor is not solid, so it keeps messing with me.
What do you mean it's not solid?
It's like there's specks and crap on the floor. So it looks like I'm falling.
You mean cracks?
No, there's speckles. Of course I'm still here. Okay.
Go home before Emmett calls and cuss me out for someone.
I'm not partying. So, because nothing can ever go perfectly, we were packing up the cart, getting ready to go, and I can't find my tables. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 tables here. I don't find not one. Once we finish packing up the cart, we're gonna then pack up the car, and then literally wake up, have breakfast, and then go straight to the market. So see you guys there tomorrow. my setup. I have my signs. Here eventually I'm going to put the scrunchie name if I decide to stay with the XLs or do the regular minis. I have my elastics here. There's a little sign that says 3 for $1. My business sign, and then it has my contacts in the back. And then if you guys saw, I was using my ATG gun to kind of put adhesive on the back of all the signs. I have all the baby ones. I didn't have a smaller tray like this, and I feel like the tray that it was in was just too tall, so you couldn't really see it. So I have these here. These are the adult, these are the thin adults, and then these are the adjustable babies. And then I have all my scrunchies here. I put the sign on the board or on the beam, and then I have all my extra scrunchies here. And this is my table. I'll let you know how it goes.
Hello, my name is Julian Jacobs, and this is my business. Sir Chances, / also the Borough, / Unorthodox Vintage, / the Raleigh Event Collective, / Coming Soon Chances Fleet. Follow all of them on Instagram, all 7.
Hi, my name's Taylor. This is my little business. It's Luna's Little Boutique. We make over-the-collar dog bandanas.
I'm Cynthia. Mine is Sunshine on Instagram. This is my artwork. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Katie with Pretty Little Treasures. I sew home decor, all sizes, but I specifically specialize in small just because of my space. I started in 2020. I lost my job, and so I had a lot of time on my hands. I went thrifting, but thrifting's always been in my life. As I grew up, I was raised going to yard sales and auctions with my grandmother. She's a picker, so she's really supported me in my dream. And yeah.
I co-own Two Little Birds Clothing Co. with Katie from Pretty Little Treasures. We started as a duo in 2022, and we've been sourcing vintage and modern clothing. We specialize in getting vintage, unique pieces that are very rare, and we carry sizes extra small to 6X. And that's about Two Little Birds.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm here with the Wake County Animal Center. We are here just getting the word out about some of our volunteer programs, fostering programs, and adopting any rescues. So there's a lot of information here. Feel free to check us out.
Wait, is it rolling?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I'll start it from the
How's
beginning.
it
Can you
Edit
say
that out. I don't know what to say.
Say your name. Hello, my name is Julie, and this
Hello,
is my
name
business.
is Julian Jacobs, and this is my business.
Can you start when I'm not talking? I promise I'm a whole professional.
I have no idea what I'm going to say, so I'll probably say 4 words.
I started, I don't know what to say.
That was perfect.
Okay.